Hey everybody, welcome back to JR Budgets and to cash count up for the month of July. So I've got my placeholders ready to go, and I am going to attempt to sort these out. Um, I hope I have enough, but we'll cross that board when it gets there. So as usual, I am going to pop up my sinking funds on the screen here, and I'm going to get cracking and get straight on into it. So what I do is I take as much money back to the bank as possible. So starting off with my technology fund. So this already has 250 in the bank. So let's see what I can take. 20, 30, 40, 45, and 50. So let's go and move these back here. So I can take 50 euro back to the bank. And then with that, makes 100, and with that makes 200. So let's take out a 200 euro placeholder. So that now has 305 euro in technology, with 50 of that gone back to the bank. So let's note that down and fix this envelope if I can. So we are saying there's 50 euros going to the bank, and it now has 305. So that has saving is my jam, which is the eating out fund that has 110 euros, but nothing available to go to the bank in that one. So let's slide that back on in here. And let's put that in. So 110 in, sorry, 110 even in that one. Health then. I think I've skipped one, but let's just go into health. Health has 115 in that one, so nothing can go to the bank on that one. So 115. So that did drop down, but I did get that vaccine I needed to get, so all good on that one. Pet fund then. So let's see, I have 20, 40, 60, and 50. So I'm going to put in back that 50. I'm going to put this 60 back, take 10, and then take 100. If I can find one. What am I doing? I really should have had these a little bit more prepared, but oh well. So that now has 115 in the bank. So 50 euro went to the bank, and it has 115 in the pet fund. So I'll fix them later. So 50 to the bank, and it has 115. Brilliant. Retirement is a new one, and it just has 5. So let's pop down there. Clothing, again, these are a little bit all over the place, but let's go in. Clothing has let's swap those for 100. So clothing has 105, with nothing going to the bank. So 105. Home, so my home is this one, and I probably need to rearrange these on my sheet. That has 110, so let's just swap those two fives for a 10. So, but nothing going to the bank in that one. So it has 110 in home. So that hasn't changed. Books should have a little bit of money. So it has 15 quid. I might come back to that if I get some more tenors, which I probably will be able to get from here. Haircut has 10. That's 20. So let's swap that for a 20 and then buy 10, 15, 20. I'm actually going to swap that for a 20. So haircut has. Where am I going? I thought I had more. I do. What did I take that out of? Oh no. Did I take it out of here? I don't know where I took that money from. I didn't take it from haircut, did I? Gasp. That was subscriptions, I think. Ugh, gasp. Did I take it out of here? I did. So yeah, 40 euro went to subscriptions. God, that was confusing. I got really confused there for a second. So 40 euro. Let's go down to subscriptions and throw that in. That has 40. And great. And let's go back to books and let's just, as I do have, take out those two fives and put in a tenner. See, this is what happens when I'm like, don't know, when everything is like all over the place. Okay, haircut. This is what I want. 5, 10, 15, 20. And it's like that. So I have 20, 40, 50, 55, and 55 is correct. So let's throw that in here. So haircut has 55, but I'm not going to put anything to the bank. My house is back to here. Okay, so my house has 20, that's 50. And so 50, let's bring that back there. That's 50 coming in here. That can go back to be that. So I know I have a little bit money here, but I want to sort this out. So 2,500, 500, so that's 3,000, which I know I have one here somewhere. 3,000. Okay, great. And then I have 100, 200, 100. So that can be changed to. Oh my God, I'm so all over the place. I could take another 200. Okay, that's 3,400. And then 75. So let's take the 50 and take a 50. So before I cross off another jelly bean, I have 75. I need 100. And then at the back, I have 3,200. So 3,475. Okay, cool. I got there in the end. So I took 50. No, I took 100. Yeah, I took 100, I think. 3,475. And I think I took 100. I should have, if okay, if I took 100, I should have 200 here. Sorry, I'm all over the place. Ignore me. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 80, 90. Yeah, so that was correct. Okay, and that is everything in this binder done, I think and hope. Hoot Loot has got nothing, I should say, and that was emptied, and that's where everything got spread around. But I need to put a row above, so rock, paper, scissors. And that started with nothing last month, and that is the new one I'm doing for my weekly spending money. I need to be careful because I broke this the last day. So let's have a look and see what we have in here. 20, 40, 50, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80. So let's go 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 50. And then I can leave in 30 in there. I can throw a 50 in, so 80 euros in the rock, paper, scissors one, with 50 going back to the bank. So 50 to the bank, and it has 80 in total. Okay, this is what I'm looking forward to taking money out of because it's very, very full. The travel tarot, but full mainly of some coins. Now, I know I should be waiting to get a full bag, but I'd just like to condense these as much as I can. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and then 2, 4, 6, 8. That wrong? Is that right? I feel like I've done something wrong there. 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, so I will keep 3, and I'm going to take back 15. So that can go into the bank, or I'll use it for like something, spending money or something. I'll swap it out. So we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 75, 80. And 50 is 130. So let's keep 3 back. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 45, and 50. And then if I take this 50, I should be able to take 100. So 133 euros in the travel tarot, with 50 going back to the bank on this occasion. There, I knew I friggin' had it. Okay, let's put that in as well. It's actually 135 because I didn't see that. Because I thought that I had 120 euros in coins. But yeah, there we go. That has 135. So 50 going to the bank on that, and it has 135. Tenor Tuesday has 250 already, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. And can I take that? Do I have another 100? I do. So that now has 320 with 50 gone to the bank in Tenor Tuesday. So 350 going to the bank and 320 for 20 Thursday then. Already has 100, so 10, 20, 20, 40, 60, 81. So I can take that. And if I have a 200, which I know I should have somewhere, 200. So 240 euro in that one now. With 100 going to the bank for that one. And it has 240 quid. Fiver Friday, I'm not sure if there's anything I could take out of here, but let's have a look. 5, 10, 15, 20, and 150, so 170. So nothing I can do with that one. So that has 170 with nothing going to the bank. And then Pixel Perfect has been completed. The budget scratch off challenge, I have 10, 20, 30, 50. So let's put that, take a 50, so 155 in my scratch off challenge. With 50 going to the bank and 155 in total. Saveopoly was completed and reallocated. Blocks is this one that I started. So blocks has 10, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Brilliant. I just got a voice note from my friend. So that's 50 in blocks. So, and 50 gone to the bank. 50 in total. So the jelly bean jar, let's see what we have in here. And I know this has a good chunk because it's very quick to add up. So it has 20, 40, 60, 81, 10, 20, 30, 40, 45, 50. So 150 and 50 is 200. So let's grab a 200 placeholder with 150 going back to the bank. This it's like already a nice wedge of cash before I move on anywhere else. So that has 200 now in the jelly bean jar with 150 going to the bank. So 150 and 200. Okay. And then the Mushroom Money Hunt Fund was also completed and reallocated, as was Wildcard. Passport to success then. So this was decimated recently. So it has €5 in passport to success. The travel fund should have 300, and it does. So 300 with nothing going to the bank. Accommodation fund. So last time it had €280, and this time it definitely has more than that. So let's go and have another look. So it's 250 in the bank. So 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 91, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. So if I take 20, this should be 150. 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 110, 30, 50. So it is 150 in that one, which means I can take 150. Now let's see what I can swap around here. So if that's 200, I have 100 and 250s. Let's pop that back and let's take a 200. So 420 quid in that one. And I hope that's correct. So 420 and 150 gone to the bank. I think. I hope. London has €100 in the bank with nothing going anywhere else. Japan has 340. 3040, I should say. Passport has its 50. which is this one here. For the passport card. Trip has nothing because I spent that. That's that binder done. Gifts then, which is in here. So gifts has 50, 70, 80, 85 in gifts. With nothing going to the bank. So 85 in gifts with nothing going to the bank. Birthdays. So my mom has 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. So let's just swap that for 70 for now. And I will fix this shortly. So then the 50 can go back to the bank along with that 50. And I should be able to get 100. So my mom has 125. And with 50 gone to the bank. So 125 and 50 going to the bank. It looks like I'm going to break 10,000 in my binders, which is phenomenal. Yeah, that is that. On to Christmas then, last but not least. So monthlies has nothing, as does the moth binder, as does the minis. So I'm fairly sure I have more than 75 in here, but let's just count it up. I'm actually so excited. More than 10 grand. That is fucking amazing. 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 95, and 100. So that was just from some of the completed ones. And I know that money is arseways, but I will fix it. So €100 needs to go in here. Do I have 100 placeholder? Probably not. So I'll throw in 250s just for now. So that is 100 gone to the bank for now anyway. So 100. And then let's go equals 100 plus. Okay. Nothing. Nothing. Okay. 10. So plus 10. And then what have we got? 20. And then 2. That's 30. And then this one has 20. Actually, probably should be consolidating this as I go. 20 and 30. So that's 50. And this one has, again, 20 plus 15, 35. And the last one then has 15. So I'm going to go back and check, was there anything else I could have consolidated? Those two for a tender. Okay, and then enter. Wow, 10,150 is what I should have in my binders, which is friggin' amazing. So I should be bringing exactly €1,000 if I have calculated this up correctly back to the bank. So let's go and see, am I correct? So let's go and do an out count. So let's just put the placeholders out of the way. And I have, okay, coin wise, 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 8 of those, 6 of these, and then 1, 2, 3, 46 is what I counted. So let's put that in. Okay, 1, 2, 3. So 36 in here. So 36. And then I have what, 150. So let's throw that in. Okay, it is all down to, I already feel like there's something out here. Sorry, that should be 6. That's wrong. It should be. Okay, sorry. Yeah, equals that times that. And that should just be carried all the way down. It doesn't want to work for me. Or does it? Okay. Great. 1, 2. Okay, let's hope that when I put in this number, it tallies up to 1000. Yes! It's like the first time I've done a reconsolidation video that it actually all tallied up correctly in one go. So €1,000. Like, that's my biggest cash consolidation yet. €1,000 going back to the bank this week, or this month, I should say. That is like amazing. Like, look at that. It's a big chunky wedge, isn't it? €1,000 going back to the bank this week, or this month, I should say, with over 10 grand in my sinking funds. Like, that is just absolutely wild. Now, I know it'll probably be reduced next month. Hopefully not by much, because I will be gone away. But for now, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next video. I am going to be doing a 10er Tuesday, 20 Thursday, and a 5er Friday shorts. So you'll probably have seen the 10er Tuesday. I might put this up on Wednesday. But for now, thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.